Well, good morning, everybody. Here we are on Tuesday, and as you can see outside, it's a bit cloudy and windy. A little on the, I can't really call 15 degrees chilly, but it's not as hot as yesterday, that's for sure. Um, and most of the backyard is in my swimming pool, but anyway. Um, Today we're continuing to read through Kings and Chronicles, First Kings and Second Chronicles. And here we're getting back into the detail of the temple, and we have the description of the building of the temple and what Solomon did to carry that out. But we also see here something that I think is significantly important. Um, this was not something that the Lord asked for, and it wasn't necessary. The temple was not necessary. Solomon said that there's no way that a building could contain the Lord, and it was simply a place to offer up sacrifices. Um, the Lord, in relation to this, the Lord turns around and says, "Listen, the only thing that I require is your love, your obedience to what I've commanded." In other words, he was saying, "I don't need this temple." Um, but it was a dream. It was a desire of David. It was a sacrifice of love. Can we understand that? A sacrifice of love. And that's the reason why the Lord accepted it, because this is a sacrifice of love, not something that was required. Not everything that we do for the ones that we love is required. We give them gifts that they don't need. We do things for them that they haven't asked for. Is it an act of love? And that's what the Temple of Solomon was. It might have become something else, but both David and Solomon understood that this was an act of love. This is David's temple. It is his dream. It was his desire. He provided for it. He designed it, and he commissioned his son to carry it out. David didn't even get to see it, but David died knowing that his son would see it through, and he did. Uh, it's like the woman who anointed Jesus with the perfume, and the disciples all got upset by it. Listen, did Jesus need that? No, he did not need that. He did not require that, but he received it with the heart that it was intended. This was an act of love. This was generosity. There are things that we do for the Lord that are not practical. Feeding the poor, housing the homeless, clothing the naked, casting out demons, healing the sick. These are all things that are necessary. These are all things that we've been commanded to do because we are to look after people and we are to love. But there's other things that we do that to the world might look like it's useless, might look like it's a waste, because for them things need to be practical, practical religion, but it doesn't need to be. In fact, the act of love is quite often not a practical thing whatsoever, and Jesus said, "You will always have the poor with you." Because we will, because that is unfortunately the broken nature that we have, is that we will always make, or at least those who are without Christ will always make bad decisions, even decisions that really, look obvious, that they would hurt us. We still do those things. We can be really stupid at times. The thing is with this is that there is nothing wrong with a beautiful church being built. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. That is not saying people's hearts are in the wrong place. In fact, people's hearts are in the right place. Why can't you build a beautiful church? Worship the Lord with all your heart. Feed the poor. Look after widows and orphans, and all the things that we've been told to do. Why can't we do it all? Why can we only do part of it? Why is it that preachers are attacked all the time if they have money? what is wrong with money? Why can't they feed the poor, look after widows and orphans, have a beautiful church, give their all, and still live in a beautiful place and have money? Why do we have this mentality that we have to be poor? We have to be poor to serve the Lord. It's not at all. But if those things replace the Lord, that's the problem. If the temple replaces the Lord, that's the problem. If beautiful things replace the Lord, that's the problem. If we're building a church and that church replaces our dedication to the Lord, if that project it becomes more important than our love for the Lord, there's the problem. Uh, so it's all about what's first. And I mean, we just reading through the Psalms. Proverbs. One of them was saying, um, go ahead, pursue your career, but if you keep me first, if you keep me in first place, I will build your family. Yeah, it's just a matter of priority and keeping things in proper priority. So listen, have a great day. Serve the Lord with whatever's on your heart to serve Him, and don't worry about what anybody else has to say. It's about you and the Lord. You know your motivations. The Lord knows your motivations, and He will accept from you any gift of love that you want to offer Him. So you have a great day. God bless.